What's up, beautiful people? This is Mike from MikeGadgetsWorld, and in today's video we're going to be setting up PlayStation 5 with the brand new Sony OLED A90J, and in European countries it is AJ90. So guys, before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and liking my all recent videos, and I've been literally overwhelmed by the love and support you've been giving. So make sure to keep giving that love and support so I can keep getting these gadgets and keep making these videos. So alright guys, so I just powered on my PlayStation 5, and you can see at the top right corner that it's asking me to set up. So I'm just going to skip this right now and show you what actually happens when you plug the HDMI to the Sony A90J. And if you missed that notification at the right top corner, you can press the setting button and go to the notification, and that's how you can go and set up this device. So it just stays there, it doesn't just disappear. But I just want to take you to the HDMI interface and take you guys to these settings and show you that the 4K HDR is not activated. And the reason is because right now we are not properly set up. So screen and video, we go to the video output information and we go down to the HDR, try to enable it, and it says I cannot because the TV does not support that 2160p HDR. I mean, that's not true. This one can support 2160p up to 120 Hertz, right? So now we have to set up this device. So I'm going to take you back to the settings menu. You press that setting button on your remote control and then go to the notification. And that's how you're going to find that missed notification about setting up this PlayStation 5 with this TV. All right, while setting up, you will notice that it's asking you to leave it as is if you don't know what to do and you're not sure about it. And the second option is 4K HFR device. So if you're wondering what is 4K HFR device, it is just high frame rate. So it is actually HFR. So just you can click on that, and after that you're going to see that picture showing up in this little box on the left bottom corner. So if it is being displayed, that means yeah, your choice of selection was right. It was accurate. So everything looks good here, right? Just move your the controller, just try to see if things are working fine and just continue. So the setup is complete here. So this is one way to do it, to get the 4K HDR and 4K 120 Hertz. But then there is another one. First, we want to go and complete this step right here for the adjustment of the display area and also the calibration. So we do it for HDR. This one right here is so bright, so I'm going to turn down my ISO a little lower so you can see. So we have to do it until the logo almost just disappears, but not completely. So this is for the white point HDR calibration, and then we have for the black point HDR calibration. So we're going to just do that, and I'm going to fast forward it from here. Alright guys, you can see now that the 4K HDR and 120 Hertz all showing up. So that means like we are good now. And this is one way of doing it. I'll show you how to do it another way. So what we're going to do is hit that setting button on the remote control. Alright, once you're in the setting, you have to go to the first option, which is channels and input. And then you have to go to the external inputs because this PlayStation 5 is external device connected to it. Go to the last option, HDMI signal format, and then you will see that how we have a standard, enhanced, and then enhanced format for Dolby Vision. So this is how it is. If you have PlayStation 5, you're gonna do the enhanced format and make sure that it's connected to either HDMI 3 or 4, depending on if the HDMI 3 is taken by maybe soundbar or home theater system. But HDMI 4 is where I have plugged in, and I have selected enhanced format. But if you have the NVIDIA Shield TV, then you're going to select the enhanced format with Dolby Vision. Same goes for the Xbox Series X. If you have Xbox Series X, that can do 4K HDR and the Dolby Vision. So you're going to select the enhanced format Dolby Vision. So these are the settings that you can do and also get the 4K HDR 120 Hertz. So guys, this is all from the settings. I'm going to show you some gameplay now and show you that 120 Hertz is working. So this is the Call of Duty Cold War that I just launched on my PlayStation 5. and you're gonna see that how it shows all the trailer and stuff. So I'll just shut up for like few seconds so you can see this amazing picture quality. Sorry about there's no audio. But look at the brightness and the specular highlights. Even my camera is struggling because it can't even handle that much brightness. So I even could have done one thing, maybe lowered my ISO a bit. But this TV is bright. It's honestly bright TV. Okay, now you can see that 120 hertz is enabled, but the ray tracing is disabled because both cannot work, simultaneously. So, but 120 hertz is working 4K, right? So we are good here. My Gadgets World is my gamer tag if you want to play Call of Duty, Warzone, or Cold War sometime. So you can just hit me up there. Yeah, this TV literally gets so bright whenever there are like highlights. There's like sunshine coming towards you. All right, I'm going to take you guys to these settings as soon as this whole trailer thing is over. I haven't played this game in a while, so I don't know about the outbreak stuff. All right, I'm going to go to the setting and show you that everything's good. The 4K 120 hertz is enabled. And we're going to go to the graphics, and you can see that ray tracing disabled and 120 hertz is enabled. So we are good with this. Now I'm going to take you guys to the Spider-Man gameplay and see how it is. And there was a thing that I noticed because right now I'm doing this voiceover. So there were a few things that I noticed about the Spider-Man when I was playing. All right, guys, so the Spider-Man is loaded here, and I am running right now it in performance mode. So we are looking at 60 FPS. And one of the subscribers asked me to do this while I'm playing a game, that look up on the sky and just pan around and see how it is. I mean, if there's any kind of, the banding that I can see, but I didn't see anything over here, but just a beautiful picture. So the sky looks good. This is like a sunny day, so you can see the sun is super bright here. Again, you can watch me jumping around and see the motion. It's on the 60 frames per second in performance mode. All right, guys, you're going to notice one thing, that as soon as I'm going to go on the ground and try to go in the shadow, it's, not as bright. Then as soon as I get out in the, in the sunlight, it just gets super bright. So I can see that happening here, like as compared to like my previous OLED TV experiences. Like this one gets super bright, and I just don't want to keep saying that it gets bright. I have another video that I'm getting it prepared soon for the nits testing that I can do. So I'm gonna see how much is the peak brightness. So we're gonna run some test patterns and measure that using the light meter that I have. So we're gonna measure exactly like how much of the nits we are getting from this TV. So stay tuned for that video, guys. But this was the 60 FPS. Now we're gonna go and switch to the 30 FPS in the high fidelity mode with the ray tracing on, and we're gonna see how the motion is, because mostly TVs struggle with the motion when it's lower frames like 24, 30 FPS. So we're gonna see the performance on the TV, how it handles that 30 FPS. All right, guys, so now we are in the 30 FPS, and I'm just trying to, do those subtle movements to see if there's any judder or there's any stuttering that we are facing, but there wasn't anything like that. All right, panning and zooming, like looking around and looking at the sky, I didn't see any kind of bending. So that was good, there, that there were no issues. But when you're playing and you're switching from 60 FPS to 30, you kind of notice that, but it's not as bad as you start playing for like a few minutes. You're gonna realize, your eyes are kind of just getting adjusted to the screen. But one thing that was annoying, and I couldn't find a solution for that. If somebody knows, just let me know in the comment section. That if you look at the screen, it kind of looks really bluish, because it's using that cool temperature. And if it is using the cool temperature, it's going to look bluish on the screen, right? So I'm trying to make it to maybe some kind of neutral or maybe warm temperature, because I don't like my games like that when I'm playing, because it's like too bluish. And I want to change it, but I couldn't find that in the options. So I'll show you like what do I actually see. Alright guys, so in the picture settings, we are in the game mode where we are actually supposed to be. So in the game mode, now I'm going to take you guys to the detailed picture settings, and we can verify that we are using the game mode, which is recommended for games. And I'm not doing auto picture mode because it kind of keeps switching between game. And if you're doing kind of like streaming on your PlayStation, then it's going to switch. But I don't usually use PlayStation for streaming. But if I go to the color and try to find out if I can do color temperature, I can change it. I'm doing expert 1 to expert 2, and nothing is happening on the screen, as you can see. So usually it is, warm 2 or something like that. Even with the expert 1, expert 2, it is doing nothing. And I think the only option that I might be doing, maybe individually tweaking this red, green, blue, but I don't think so. That's going to be something that I literally want to do. I'm not really good at that. So if somebody knows a solution, let me know in the comment section. If you have figured it out, or if it was like this before, maybe if you had A9G, I don't know if that had gaming mode and had settings like that. But this is kind of a little annoying. I can't actually change the color temperature. So if this color temperature is kind of close to like vivid, so I don't know if Sony is on purpose doing that, because you get more brightness when you are in the vivid mode, right? So if I don't have this option to change, I mean, maybe that would have produced like lower brightness. I'm not sure about that, if changing the color temperature would affect that, but that's what we figure out mostly in the vivid mode, that we have more brightness as compared to the other. So I don't know what's the reason exactly, but we do not have that ability to change the color temperature. So guys, I know it's a long video, and I've been trying to cover as much as possible, but it's just too much to sometimes, get in one video. So let me know in the comment section if you don't want to see this much long video. Maybe I can short it down and make it fast forward. I don't know, but maybe we can come up with something. But I just want to make sure that it's not getting to a point where you guys be like, man, come on, he's talking too much. And I know, like, I've been doing like 2 to 3 videos a day since, this Samsung TV came out, because, you guys ask for like, hey, do this and do that. So I just get into, whatever the suggestions are coming from the community tab we have on YouTube. So if you have anything that you want me to work on, just let me know. I'll look into it. I'll see you guys in another video that is comparison between the Samsung and the Sony, and video will be up before weekend. So I'll see you in that one. Until then, peace out, everyone.